Bootleg Kev Show, special guest in here, the legendary Kevin Gates. Welcome.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Could I pray first?
Let's go, man.
Before we do this.
Of course, let's do it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك أنا كنت من الظالمين يا الله سبحانه وتعالى عز وجل Almighty Creator and Maker of the heavens and earth. Thank you for all the wonderful blessings in which you bestowed upon us in this life and in the hereafter. Ask that you forgive us for all our sins. We forget those who sin against us, even the sins we may have committed knowing and unknowing. Be with each and every brother and sister in all living species, those lost, found, incarcerated, those free. Let anything that I say that's uplifting to people come from you and you alone. Let anything that I say that's not uplifting to people come from the shaitan and me. I'll be held responsible.
There it is. You know, it's the last time I interviewed you, you prayed before the interview too. That was
talking about with dude
with DJ Head, with the "Don't Touch Me" interview.
But it wasn't. But like I think that was misinterpreted.
No, you know what I tell? Yeah, go ahead.
Like I understand what you're saying, but please don't touch me again.
Yeah,
it just was different. I'm not trying to have picks and choosers, but some people, the energy's in alignment. Other people, the energy's not in alignment. And there's nothing against him. He's a great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just I believe that maybe my energy was off that day.
You know what's interesting about that day was we did the interview, and after the interview, I don't know if you remember, we talked for like an hour, and you played us the album. And you were like, man, I wish we would have started the interview now because now I know y'all and now we've...
You know, you step into an unfamiliar situation and it was tense. Being that I had just came home.
You were fresh out.
I was on supervised release. So I was still in a different type of mode.
Can we get the mic in front of you if you don't mind?
I was still in a transitioning period from being in the box to being back in society. So, you know, it was still a little different for me.
Yeah, that was I always, cause people always ask me about that one moment, and I'm always like, I tell them, I'm like, what's crazy is after the interview ended, we hung out and the energy was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. And like you played us the whole album front to back and we had good talks. Like I'm gonna
be honest with you. Like when I look at old interviews and old videos of myself, I cringe. Like that was the on drugs, Kevin.
Wow.
That was the fat, unhealthy on drugs. Like I don't know. Well, it's beautiful because I could look at my growth and see it, but I never want to be that person again.
Right.
Ever in life.